Eliza lived in a place she called Gray City, a landscape of glass, concrete, and endless digital screens. Her life felt perpetually flat, measured only in meetings, deadlines, and the white noise of traffic. She yearned for texture, for depth, for something real. One rainy Saturday, while cleaning out her grandmother's old apartment, she found a leather-bound journal tied with a length of faded green ribbon. It wasn't a diary, but a meticulous record of the year, planting dates, moon phases, and observations about the local woods she didn't even know existed. The entries weren't religious, but practical and reverent. One page simply read, "The machine demands straight lines. Life is circular. Find the wheel." Intrigued, Eliza began to follow the journal's cryptic directions. It led her out of the city and into a small, neglected public garden, wedged between two highway overpasses. She dedicated herself to the garden. The journal taught her to listen to the soil, to honor the Imbolc thaw that brought the first crocuses and the deep, fertile heat of Litha that made the tomatoes burst. She stopped measuring time by the stock market clock and started using the shifting light and the health of the basil. She learned that the deadness of Samhain in late autumn wasn't an end, but a necessary rest, a time to draw energy inward before the return of the sun. The garden, through its cycle of growth, abundance, decay, and rebirth, was the most honest thing she had ever known. One evening, during the deepest cold of winter, she was pruning a tough, dormant rosebush. A young woman walking by, bundled in a thick coat, stopped and watched her. "Most people forget this garden exists when the color leaves it," the woman said, her voice soft. "It's when the real work happens," Eliza replied, snipping a dead cane. "Preparing for what's next. You can't have the harvest without the long sleep." The woman smiled, a recognition passing between them. "My grandmother used to say, the ancestors didn't lose the gods. We just stopped looking for them in the soil." Eliza glanced at the highway overpass, the roar of the gray city briefly muffled by a sudden heavy silence. She realized she wasn't alone in seeking the rhythm of the wheel. She wasn't building a religion. She was simply tending a garden, and in doing so, she had found the meaning she had been missing. She had found the wheel, and she was no longer adrift.